What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig. We're going to be going over the charts. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, and ADA. So if that sounds good, stick around for the whole video. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments throughout the video. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious to see what other coins you guys are interested in or what stocks. Anything you're interested in, let me know in the comment section below and we'll go over some of that stuff. I will be doing some live streams periodically, randomly, so definitely make sure your notification bell is ticked so you get notified when I do that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash that thumbs up, guys. Let's get into it. So just a quick look at the markets. Dow futures are down 55 points. S&P's down or up 4 points, up 2 points now, and Nasdaq futures up 80 points. Obviously, the trade deal went through. I made a video on that. I'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's go into it. So on the daily, so now that we've broken down past this blue trend line on Bitcoin, I don't believe this is a good trend line anymore. I believe this trend line could easily be moved up now, and we'll take a look at that in the 4 hour a little bit better. But as of right now, unless we can break above this, remember our target was 123.7 to 123.8. We did hit that, not quite. We hit 123.3, pretty damn close though. We did hit our trend line. We thought it would take a little bit longer, maybe hit back in here, but if that's the case and it's top, then we're looking for down to retest this trend line here around the 109 area. And again, that's not going to be exact. It all depends on if, when, and where it hits. If it drops below that, it gets bearish. If we break above this yellow trend line, which is currently around 124 or so, we're probably going to go up to our next levels. And if you keep an eye on this RSI here, you can see we're making hidden bullish divergence each time right here, right up in here. And right now we're not. If this continues to come down, right? There's another thing I want to point out real quick. If you look at this, well, this is the daily, and we go from this high here to this high, we have a lower high, right? If we go from this high on here to that high, we have a lower high, right? Or a higher high. That's bearish divergence on the daily. So we could be having a big downfall here. Does that mean necessarily this has to be the top? No, it could go higher, but it's something to be cautious about. That's why we trade the markets. Definitely check out my sponsors in the links down below, BITUNIX and PrimeXBT. PrimeXBT right now is like almost zero fees. Awesome. And if you're more into meme coins, altcoins, things like that, definitely check out BITUNIX. You don't need a KYC. You don't need a VPN to use that. And huge bonuses signing up using my link. We're going to take a look at my trades here in a minute, but let's get into the 4 hour. So looking at the 4 hour, same thing. So we broke back down past this trend line. I'm not confident that that trend line is any good anymore, like I said. So what we'll do now is let me show you. We have to trade or change this, and you can say, well, you keep changing it. Yes, that's that's what you do when you trade. You got to figure out what the market's doing. You look for patterns. If you can catch the pattern, you can make a lot of money. So, and you guys know I like alternate touches, right? So I'm going to make this one a little bit brighter and thicker, right? So let's make can we make this thicker? It's not letting me. Maybe I can't on that. Okay, we can deal with that. Let's get this out of the way now then. And this trend line. So now what we're looking at is still a falling wedge, which is bearish. Then it could be very bullish, right? Let's take a measured move of that wedge. So this was looking at the old trend line. We're going to get rid of that now. These are going to be my targets to watch for now for the downside. You know, depending on how long it takes, right? If it goes straight down, you know, 112.5, somewhere in there. But again, we'll keep a very, very close eye on this. Let's take a measured move. If this was to break up here, right? Then what are we going to be looking at? Still around that 126, 127 that we've been talking about. But this could come down and retest here. And as long as this holds, then it can come back up, right? So this could take a while. But there, like I said, there's still a lot of trading to be done in here, right? Could get something like this and then come up. But if it takes that long, that would be, and I'm just doing that because the high volume node right here that we've been playing with, if that took till the end of August, it would get us up to about 125, being a new all-time high. But again, we have to wait and see what happens here. I'm going to show you where my trades are, so you know I'm not just bullshitting and acting like I'm doing something when I'm not, because I'm actually trading it. So just so you guys know. All right, let's take a look at the trades right now. Let's see where we're at. Right now, we are still up 14,900 on our 5 Bitcoin short on Prime XBT. Nothing's really changed here. Kind of just going sideways, lollygagging. Remember, I put my stops in at 121. So if we hit 121, it stops me out. I still make 2,500 bucks. So it's never, no way to lose, right? And taking a look at BITUNIX. So I did get stopped out into profit in my last trade from last Friday that I was showing you. I do smaller trades on this one. As of right now, I'm back in the trade. I'm up $285. I just got back into it right before making this video. Again, guys, remember, if you are interested in trading, definitely check out BITUNIX or Prime XBT. Prime XBT, you can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange, and you can mix it all up. All right, so for you altcoiners, let's take a look at XRP. So XRP, same thing, guys. We've been watching this wedge. I do want to point out, a long time ago, I gave you this, and most of you know if you watch my channel, I'm not a huge fan of XRP, but I did tell you there was a huge bullish case. We drew this wedge way back here, and that gave us the target of 391 at the break of that wedge, which we almost hit it. Does that mean we won't? No, we could still hit that. If we do break it, we have a target as high as 471. But if this was the top here, guys, look for it to come back down to this $2.40 to $2 range. If that cannot hold, we got much, much lower to go, retesting the top of this again, which would be around 172. If that breaks, we know what happens, guys. Just be very careful, very cautious here. We have some major divergence in the RSI on the daily showing. Ethereum. So if you guys been watching for any amount of time, you know that we had called this 3,900 months and months and months ago. It just being this wedge, right? We had to touch the top, touch the bottom, touch the top, touch the bottom, touch the top, alternative touches. Pretty damn clean wedge. We had the A, B, C, D, E. Now, normally, if this was the E, we're coming back down again to the 1,500. Now, the bullish case, that this 3,900 breaks and holds support up here. If that's the case, this could be a huge bull run towards into the end of the year, 8,100 bucks for Ethereum. But as of right now, it seems we're getting rejected here. If that's the case, we're probably coming back down to test that 1,500. Really, nothing really to do here until we see a break up in support, or we just continue stepping down here. So be cautious and be careful. You can tell here on the bottom on the RSI, we have higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence, guys. So definitely be careful, be cautious there. Solana, we've been watching this rising wedge forever. We've had this target to retest again, which we finally got our retest and got a rejection. Now, unless we can get back above this 210 range, if we can get above that and get back in this channel, then we're bullish again to at least 285. And if that breaks, could be seeing, 350, somewhere in that, maybe even high as 360, 380. Super bullish if we get back in this channel. But as of right now, we still have these lower targets here from the break at the bottom of this channel, which it has not got back in yet. So make sure you keep an eye on this stuff, guys. If you are trading, just make sure you use stop losses. And remember, guys, you can make money when the market goes up, when the market goes down, even when it's going sideways if you're playing smaller time frames. The beauty of trading is you make money anytime. You don't have to just hope and pray things go up. Anyways, all right, so looking at Solana, or Cardano, I'm sorry. Looking at it as, so you can see I have this wedge here. I'm going to make this white, right? Let's make this little widening wedge, right, broadening wedge white here. This is what I'm looking at in the smaller daily time frame. If this continues to break down here, we're probably coming back down for a retest, which would be a B, C, D, E. If that's the case, we get another pump up, and if we break out of this channel, then we could be looking for, you know, $1.50, $1.60 range, somewhere in there. But until then, we just got to wait to see what happens here. This looks like it's got a pretty bad rejection there and probably coming back down to these lows. If it comes all the way and breaks 50 cents, then we're looking for, you know, 20 to 30 cents again for ADA. But the bullish case is we break this 95 cents. We break that 95 cents and hold support, we're going above a buck easily, probably around $1.60. Matter of fact, let's take a quick, let's take this. Yeah, around $1.60, $1.65. Anyways, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you guys want to go over smaller time frames, like 15 minutes and stuff, and just kind of see how that works. Let me know below. Also, don't forget, we have a free Discord below. Check out all the links below. There's plenty of bonuses and things like that. Also, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check out today's news video I did earlier on the trade deal between Trump and the EU. Very interesting video, and it's right there. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.